According to the American Film Institute, she is the 7th greatest female star. The only remaining member of the all-time top 10, Elizabeth Taylor is also considered Hollywood's greatest survivor, not least because of the staggering number of illnesses she's endured since hitting the big screen way back in 1943. Pictures of a long-suffering Liz emerging from hospital in a wheelchair were familiar inclusions in newsreels around the world throughout her glamorous heyday. And from 1947 to 1994, she is said to have suffered no fewer than 73 illnesses, injuries and accidents that required hospitalization. Her trips down the aisle, though rather less frequent, have been numerous enough to keep her at #1 on the list of Tinseltown's top wedding junkies. Married to Paris Hilton's great-uncle Conrad at the age of 18, she was under the thumb of her third husband, Mike Todd, by the time she was 25.
Don't you rather long to be directed by your husband?
Oh, I think it'd be absolutely beastly.
She never got the chance to find out. Just months after this interview in 1958, Mike was killed when his private plane, the Lucky Liz, crashed in New Mexico. Devastated by his death, she then caused a scandal by shacking up with Eddie Fisher while he was still married to Debbie Reynolds. Liz's famous response to the media backlash was, "What do you expect me to do? Sleep alone?" 2 years later, on the set of Cleopatra, she succumbed to the charms of Welsh heartthrob Richard Burton. Thus began one of the most tumultuous relationships in Hollywood history, and the longest lasting of all of Elizabeth's marriages. They divorced in 1974, only to remarry the following year and divorce again the next. Clearly on the rebound, she ricocheted into the arms of would-be Senator John Warner. Their marriage saw a sharp rise in the Republicans' popularity, and Liz did her best to convince the world she was happy taking a back seat.
Have you got bitten, do you think, by the political bug yet?
I certainly have.
I guess I'm the big bug.
Is this husband of yours going to make it in '78?
I surely hope so.
And what about yourself? I mean, you're continuing with your film career.
Off and on, yes.
And no ideas of politics yourself yet?
No, just a politician's wife is enough.
What?
Or was it? After they divorced in 1982, Elizabeth sought solace in comfort food. Her weight ballooned, as did her consumption of prescription drugs and alcohol. In fact, it was during one of her trips to rehab that she met husband number 8, Larry Fortensky. They divorced in 1996. Since getting shot of Larry, she's been ploughing much of her love and energy into raising awareness and funds for the Elizabeth Taylor Foundation she created in 1991, when most other celebrities were sticking their head in the sand about AIDS due to its moral complexities. In 2003, despite the fragile state of her own health, she turned on the glamour to support the annual AmFAR Cinema Against AIDS benefit at Cannes.
I pray to God that we do not give up. I'm sorry for getting so emotional.
In 2005, she rocked up in her wheelchair to dedicate the new UCLA Clinical AIDS Research and Education Center. Having suffered the slings and arrows of media backlash for more than half a century, she has also shown great courage and loyalty in supporting friends who have fallen foul of the press. Most recently, she's refused to join the rats deserting Michael Jackson's sinking ship and continues to publicly defend him, as well as championing his increasingly bizarre behavior.
He's a very brave man, and he's strong.
Despite all her medical challenges, which more recently have included the removal of a benign brain tumor and the development of congestive heart failure, Liz has proved that she's pretty strong herself. While few would have laid odds on such a sickly woman making it to old age, she was still kicking up her wheels as she celebrated her 75th birthday with a star-studded bash in Las Vegas. And the secret to her longevity?
Just living a very healthy, clean life.